Known as the eighth continent, Madagascar is a land of rare wonders, where over 80% of species exist nowhere else on Earth. The capital, ranked among the poorest in the world, is also home to some of the most unusual and surprising customs you can imagine. Did you know that the Malagasy people come together for an incredible celebration where they dance, laugh, and unite in a joyful reunion of two worlds? It's a tradition like no other. Let's take a closer look at one of the most fascinating cultural events here, along with other unbelievable aspects of Madagascar that will leave you in awe. Trust me, you won't hear about these in mainstream media. So buckle up and get ready for 12 bizarre things that only exist in Madagascar. Many of you may not have heard of Madagascar, often called the eighth continent of the world. Situated off the southeastern coast of Africa, Madagascar spans over 587,000 square kilometers, a landmass large enough to fit dozens of countries. Yet much of its landscape remains untouched and remote, with an average of just 36 people living per square kilometer. With a population of roughly 29,600,000, Madagascar is one of the poorest nations on Earth. Picture this: the average annual income is just $45. That's about $4 a month, barely enough to meet even the most basic needs. In the capital city of Antananarivo, a place of winding dirt roads and bustling street markets, this economic hardship is even more visible. Antananarivo is often regarded as one of the poorest capitals in the world, a stark reflection of the country's tough economic realities. For locals, every ariary, the nation's currency, is stretched to its limit. One ariary is worth just 5 US cents, a single coin, less than a dime, yet crucial for survival. Can you imagine managing all expenses, food, clothing, and shelter on just a few dollars each month? Most families depend on subsistence farming, growing what they need to survive. Many turn to nature itself, foraging wild roots and other natural resources just to get by. Antananarivo, the capital city of Madagascar, holds an unexpected distinction: the poorest capital in the world. Life here is a daily struggle where scarcity is met with unwavering resilience. For the people who call this city home, day-to-day living is vastly different from what most of us might imagine. Madagascar itself is a geological wonder, having separated from India, not Africa, during the ancient breakup of the supercontinent Gondwana. Its rich red soil, full of iron and aluminum, mirrors its rugged character. Only about 11% of the country's roads are paved, with the rest being dirt tracks. Surprisingly, life in this remote destination can be unexpectedly expensive. A 3G SIM card might cost $40, and travel expenses can rival those of Europe. A tourist reported spending $4,000 just to visit. 70% of the population lives on less than a single dollar a day, barely enough for a single meal elsewhere. Families often rely on gathering wild roots or boiling thick animal hides for sustenance, knowing the meal will be tough to eat, but having little alternative. Crabs are sold still covered in mud, tied up at simple food stalls where wait, a far cry from luxury. Beauty services often come from nail technicians working in modest setups. The city's rivers are essential for daily life. People use them for laundry, bathing, and other daily necessities. Clothes dry on the ground beside trash-strewn riverbanks, where limited infrastructure restricts waste management. Could you imagine living on less than $1 a day in a city like Antananarivo? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. When you think of an upside-down tree, what kind of image comes to mind? In Madagascar, there is a tree that brings this concept to life: the baobab, often called the upside-down tree. Found along Madagascar's iconic avenues, these unique trees appear as if their roots are reaching toward the sky. But their unusual look is only part of what makes the baobab truly extraordinary. These massive trees can grow up to nearly 30 meters tall, about the height of a 10-story building, with trunks that can measure over 5 meters across. Yet, their survival skills are just as impressive as their size. Each baobab can hold up to 120,000 liters of water in its thick, spongy trunk, enough to sustain a family through 6 long, dry months. This ability makes the baobab a true icon of resilience in Madagascar's dry regions. Even more astonishing is the baobab's lifespan. These trees can live up to 800 years, standing as silent witnesses to generations of human life and tradition. When a baobab falls, it leaves behind seeds, ensuring a new tree will rise from its legacy, continuing its story in the landscape. Among these trees, the amorous baobabs stand out, a pair of intertwined trees often called the lovers' baobabs. Local folklore holds that couples who visit them will be blessed with lasting happiness and love. This makes the site a meaningful destination for anyone drawn to Madagascar's natural beauty and cultural magic. But the wonders of Madagascar don't stop here. The island is home to strange and fascinating taboos unlike any found elsewhere. Before we dive into more incredible tales, we have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying this journey, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. This small action means a lot to us and helps us bring you even more amazing content. Do we have a deal? Thank you for your support. It inspires us to make every show better for you. Madagascar is a land rich in traditions where unique cultural practices, often considered forbidden, have stood the test of time. To outsiders, these beliefs might seem unusual or even irrational, but they reflect the Malagasy people's deep reverence for their customs, which have endured for centuries. One intriguing belief discourages pregnant women from wearing hats, even under Madagascar's bright sun. This stems from the idea that headwear might bring unfavorable outcomes. Pregnant women are also advised to avoid attending funerals, as this is thought to attract misfortune. Malagasy people honor their deceased loved ones with poetic expressions. Instead of saying someone has passed, they might say the person has gone to the vast rice fields in the sky. In some communities, sacred rivers are off limits for bathing, highlighting their spiritual importance. Certain animals hold sacred significance. Lemurs, for example, are seen as guardians of the ancient forests and are revered with near mythical status, reflecting the Malagasy's deep respect for nature. Social customs are equally fascinating. Offering something with the left hand is considered disrespectful, as the left hand is seen as unclean. Gifts should always be given with the right hand to show respect. In Malagasy culture, men whose fathers are still alive traditionally avoid shaving their beards. Some men may go their entire lives without shaving as a sign of familial honor. Specific days carry unique meanings as well. In some areas, Tuesdays are seen as less favorable for starting new ventures or making major decisions, similar to how Friday the 13th is viewed in other cultures. Whistling at night is also avoided, as it is thought to bring an unsettling atmosphere, with some believing it could attract unwanted energy or spirits. These beliefs and customs reveal Madagascar's deep connection to its traditions, where culture and spirituality are interwoven into every aspect of daily life, creating an enduring and unique way of living. You might not realize it, but the women of Madagascar have a remarkable face painting tradition, a practice that has been passed down through generations, rich in cultural significance. These intricate designs are far more than just decorative. Each pattern tells a story. The designs are often floral, representing qualities like beauty, strength, and resilience, values that are celebrated in Malagasy culture. To create these beautiful patterns, the women use a special paste made from the ground bark of the mason joy tree, mixed with water. This paste not only forms intricate, meaningful patterns on the skin, but also acts as a natural sunscreen, protecting their faces from the intense Madagascan sun. Additionally, it helps cool and refresh their skin in the heat. This practice is unique to Madagascar and reflects the island's rich blend of African and Asian heritage. Over 2,000 years ago, settlers from Indonesia and Malaysia arrived, and their customs gradually mixed with those of the East African inhabitants. This fusion created a distinct Malagasy culture, and the face painting tradition is a vivid representation of this blend. The Sakalava women, with their dark skin and curly hair, proudly display their cultural heritage through mason journey. If you had the chance, would you try the tradition of mason journey? Let us know by commenting yes or no below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. In Madagascar, there's a profound tradition that honors deceased loved ones, celebrating their continued presence in the lives of their families. This ritual, known as famadihana, is a joyful tribute to the departed. Every 7 years, families gather to carefully clean the bones of their ancestors, then wrap them in fresh, vibrant fabric. This sacred processional is filled with music, dancing, and laughter as families walk hand in hand, celebrating life and death in unison. The origins of this ceremony date back to the 17th century, and while it has evolved over time, its core significance remains unchanged: to seek blessings and guidance from the ancestors. For the Malagasy people, neglecting this tradition is seen as disrespectful, as it's believed to invite misfortune. The ceremony is a major financial commitment for families. Aside from purchasing new burial cloths, families prepare traditional feasts with locally sourced livestock and invite friends and extended relatives to join the celebration. Small offerings are often left at the graves as a gesture of reverence, ensuring that the memories of their ancestors remain cherished and alive. In Madagascar, one of the most striking features of the culture is the shared use of traditional clothing across genders. Unlike many cultures where men and women wear distinctly different garments, the Malagasy have embraced the lamba, a simple yet powerful symbol of their identity. This long, rectangular cloth is worn by both men and women throughout the island, representing Madagascar's rich heritage and the natural beauty of its landscapes. The colors of the lamba are as diverse as Madagascar itself. You'll often see rich reds, symbolic whites, deep browns, and vibrant blues, each color carrying its own cultural meaning. Worn in various ways depending on the region and occasion, the lamba is as flexible as it is beautiful. For everyday use, it is wrapped around the body, offering comfort and practicality in the island's tropical climate. During more formal ceremonies or celebrations, the lamba becomes a mark of social status, with certain colors or patterns indicating roles such as married individuals or elders, who often choose darker or more traditional tones. The lamba is not just a piece of clothing, it's a part of daily life and has deep cultural significance. For mothers, it's used as a practical tool to carry children on their backs, a tradition that reflects both the strength and nurturing spirit of the Malagasy people. The lamba even plays a role in sacred rituals, sometimes being used as a burial shroud to honor the deceased, reinforcing the Malagasy respect for connection, continuity, and family. Madagascar isn't just a sanctuary for rare wildlife and vibrant cultural traditions, it's also a land filled with the untold stories of pirates who once ruled the high seas. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the island's remote bays became the perfect hideout for pirates from all corners of the world. Drawn by Madagascar's narrow, hard-to-reach harbors, these pirates used the island to repair their ships, stock up on supplies, and prepare for their next daring adventures across the Indian Ocean. By the late 1600s, Madagascar's coasts were alive with activity. Pirate ships anchored in the island's secluded harbors, and infamous figures like William Kidd and Henry every turned the island into their base of operations. Their presence brought an air of mystery and danger, and the pirates thrived in this rugged paradise, leaving behind traces of their once dangerous lives, which can still be seen today. Today, Madagascar's rich pirate history attracts tourists from around the globe. Every year, over 1 million visitors come to explore the island's sea cemeteries, visit the historic shores of Île Sainte-Marie, and retrace the paths once walked by these notorious figures. The combination of Madagascar's stunning landscapes and its storied pirate past offers an unforgettable glimpse into a world long gone, but still very much alive in the island's spirit. Unlike many modern nations with artificial landscapes and sprawling cities, Madagascar offers a rare glimpse into a world untouched by time. The island's limited resources and deep respect for nature have preserved much of its original beauty, allowing its ecosystems and cultures to thrive organically without the need for forced preservation. For the adventurous traveler, Madagascar is nothing short of paradise. With every step, the island offers new adventures. Picture yourself biking up rugged mountains, diving in waters teeming with sharks, or rafting through remote jungles on wild rapids. Whether surfing misty rivers or strolling along pristine, white sand beaches, the landscapes here are limitless, offering freedom that is only bound by your own daring spirit. These environments remain largely unspoiled, providing an authentic experience of life in one of the world's last great wildernesses. Home to over 200,000 unique species, Madagascar's wildlife is another reason it feels like another world. While you won't find lions or giraffes here, the island is home to animals found nowhere else on Earth. Lemurs with over 100 species bounce through the forests, and the planet's largest jumping mice can leap over 3 feet in a single bound. Strange reptiles also call Madagascar home, often kept as pets in Malagasy households. One of Madagascar's most awe-inspiring sights is its landscape of towering stone pillars, called tingi, which rise nearly 400 feet into the air. These incredible formations, shaped by centuries of erosion, create a dramatic, otherworldly skyline. Despite Madagascar's economic struggles, it is rich in natural resources. The island holds some of the world's largest titanium reserves and produces half of the global supply of premium sapphires. It's also a top exporter of vanilla, cloves, and orchids. However, much of this wealth benefits foreign markets, as local technology for processing is limited. Electricity is available only for a few hours each day, so life here requires adaptation. Travelers quickly learn to embrace the island's natural environment, often using solar power to cook their meals or heat water. For those dreaming of an exotic escape that won't drain your wallet, Madagascar offers a rare combination of affordability and adventure. Unlike many popular travel destinations where expenses can quickly pile up, Madagascar allows you to immerse yourself in its unique culture and stunning landscapes while keeping your budget in check. When it comes to accommodations, Madagascar offers options for all types of travelers. Budget lodgings start as low as $2 per night, providing an authentic local experience without the high price tag. For those craving a bit more comfort, upscale resorts and hotels are available for around $200 a night, offering luxury, stunning views, and a chance to relax in one of the world's most beautiful settings. Dining in Madagascar is another delight for travelers seeking authentic flavors without breaking the bank. Local dishes, brimming with spices like vanilla and cloves, typically cost between $4 and $10, allowing you to savor the island's unique cuisine affordably. Whether it's flavorful rice dishes or fresh seafood caught daily from the Indian Ocean, eating out in Madagascar offers rich flavors without the steep costs. Getting around the island is also reasonably priced. Local taxis and buses are inexpensive, making it easy to explore cities and towns without overspending. However, since Madagascar is large and many areas are remote, traveling long distances, particularly by plane, can be pricier. Domestic flights range from $100 to $200 one way, so it's a good idea to plan ahead if you plan to visit multiple regions. For those planning a longer stay, a 2-week trip to Madagascar can cost anywhere from $800 to $2,000, depending on the types of accommodations, transportation choices, and activities you prefer. This range offers something for every type of traveler, from backpackers to those seeking more luxurious comforts. In Madagascar, your money goes much further, giving you the chance to immerse yourself in a rich cultural experience and explore the island's breathtaking landscapes at a fraction of the cost of more traditional destinations. With its welcoming communities and variety of travel options, Madagascar isn't just a destination, it's an invitation to experience one of the world's most unique places without spending a fortune. Madagascar's cuisine is as colorful and diverse as the island itself, blending African, Asian, and French influences into a one-of-a-kind culinary experience. Every dish tells a story of Madagascar's rich history, geography, and culture, offering travelers a taste of the island that lingers long after the meal. At the heart of Malagasy cuisine is romazaba, a traditional meat stew that fills the air with the comforting aroma of fresh vegetables and rich spices. This dish is made with a variety of meats: beef, pork, or chicken, slow-cooked until tender, and often layered with local greens. The result is a hearty, flavorful dish that captures the essence of Madagascar's diverse flavors. Another beloved dish is ravitoto, a rich combination of tender pork cooked with ground cassava leaves. The flavor profile of ravitoto is bold and satisfying, with the slight bitterness of the cassava leaves perfectly balancing the savory pork. For Malagasy people, this dish is deeply connected to their land, as cassava is one of the island's staple crops. Rice, or veri, is the foundation of nearly every Malagasy meal. Madagascar is one of the world's highest consumers of rice, with the average person consuming over 100 kilograms each year. It accompanies almost every dish, serving as a filling base for stews, meats, and sauces. The island's devotion to rice is so strong that meals are often described by how the rice is prepared, with other ingredients considered flavorful additions. For those with a sweet tooth, Madagascar's tropical fruits are a delight. Picture sinking your teeth into the juiciest mangoes, the sweetest pineapples, or the freshest lychees. Each bite tastes like a slice of paradise. In fact, Madagascar produces over 1 million tons of lychees annually, much of which is exported to Europe and the US, where the fruit is highly prized for its delicate sweetness. In Madagascar, food is more than just a means of sustenance. It's a celebration of community, tradition, and the island's natural bounty. Each meal offers an opportunity to connect with the island's culture and history, making dining a vital part of the Malagasy experience. Madagascar is a stunning destination full of vibrant culture and diverse landscapes, offering a wealth of experiences for any traveler. But before you set off on your journey to this 8th continent, here are some essential travel tips to ensure your adventure is both smooth and unforgettable. Timing your visit is key to experiencing Madagascar at its best. The optimal time to go is during the dry season, from May to October. During these months, the weather is cooler, with temperatures ranging from 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, perfect for outdoor activities like hiking and wildlife exploration. This period also coincides with the Malagasy Festival, a lively celebration of music, dance, and traditional performances, offering a rich insight into Malagasy culture. For those seeking a quieter trip, the wet season from November to April has its own appeal. While rain is frequent, especially from January to March, the landscape becomes lush and green, and tourist spots are less crowded. If you visit between March and April, you might catch Alhamdi, the Malagasy New Year, celebrated with colorful festivals and cultural performances. However, be aware that heavy rains can make road travel tricky, and some parks may close temporarily. Getting around Madagascar is an adventure in itself, with different transport options depending on your preferences and budget. For long-distance travel, domestic flights with Air Madagascar can quickly connect you to major cities and tourist hotspots. These flights save time, though it's recommended to book early and check schedules carefully, as delays are common. For a more authentic Malagasy experience, consider traveling by taxis Brucey, shared minivans or minibuses that offer a budget-friendly way to get between towns and cities. If you prefer comfort and flexibility, hiring a private car with a driver is a great option. Local drivers know the island's rugged roads well, but be sure to agree on a fare in advance and inspect the vehicle. To explore the coastline or rivers, ferries and boats are a scenic way to travel. While their frequency and comfort can vary, they're especially popular in areas like the famadihana River, which offers scenic tours or access to island destinations such as Isle Sainte-Marie. In urban areas, taxis are readily available. It's best to either choose a metered taxi or agree on a price before you start your ride. For a more local experience, public transportation like buses and minibuses is also an option, though they can be crowded and schedules may vary. Always carry small change and stay alert with your belongings. The local currency is the ariary, but it's wise to carry US dollars or euros, as they are widely accepted for exchange. ATMs can be found in larger cities like Antananarivo, but in rural areas, access may be limited. For your health and comfort, pack mosquito repellent and consult your doctor about malaria precautions. Staying hydrated, particularly during the wet season, is essential, and it's recommended to drink only bottled or purified water. Madagascar has its own unique customs and traditions, so respecting local etiquette is important. Always ask for permission before taking photos of people or sacred sites, and learning a few basic Malagasy phrases can go a long way in showing your appreciation for the culture. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.